Can you expand on network equity a bit? What does that really entail? Does it entail helping people find roles, helping place people in roles? What are some examples of how you build network equity?
I think the most useful part of network equity that you build is where you are a resource as it pertains to your brand. So, for instance, if you had built some network equity with your network around your brand and around the value you provide, let's just call brand the value you provide. Everybody likes to say, I want to be a value add, but most people can't determine what that is. If you do that, then those people that you've built that network equity with will be having conversations. And if someone says, so how's your business going? And they say, oh, business is going really well. We've got really some products that are doing good, but we really just need to take that product to the next level and understand how to get to new channels. If you've built network equity, somebody is going to say, you need to talk to David. I know this guy, and he can be a resource to you. And they're like, well, I mean, I not like we're hiring or anything. No, I know, just pick his brain. If people are being referred to you because they need to pick your brain on your expertise, so many people have walls up on that, like, no, that's my expertise. But there's so many people that want to know about it. And if you can just be a resource to them and give them some understanding and some expertise, number one, it builds that network equity, but it becomes even more useful for you because now you've branded with them and now they're sort of seeing you as their guide or their expertise. In the landing stories that I've gathered over the years, I can't tell you how many where the offer resulted in how much would it cost for you to just come here and do this for us? Like there was no opening, there was no job posted, there was a problem, and somebody that you had built network equity with as it pertains to your brand, and maybe you were not compensated for that at all, thought that you would be a great resource to that person. And so you were guiding them and helping them. And they said, that's the leader that we need. It does also include, talking to an MBA student that wants to understand how their, what they should do in their career if they wanted to take your career path. And while, you might look at that and say, how is that person ever going to help me? That's sort of the mentality you want to take out of your networking, where you're constantly thinking about what is the thing I'm going to get out of it? Because I'll just tell you, you never know. And that's, you spread your expertise, you spread your goodwill. And I can tell you, it comes back to you in ways that you never thought it would. I was talking to somebody that didn't have a LinkedIn profile. And I said, well, how come you don't have a LinkedIn profile? I deleted mine because I was just all I was getting was spam from people who wanted something from me. They were trying to sell me something. And what that person doesn't know is that I can tell you that even in my headhunting years, people that were trying to sell me, when I had my agency trying to sell me softwares, trying to tell me, they were some of the best resources I had because they were talking to all these companies. And they're like, oh, well, who's doing a lot of hiring? I'll just tell you, we're just signing this big contract with so-and-so because they're doing a ton of hiring. And I got some of my best information from them. Mm-hmm. And there's even a few referrals that I've given the other way too for them. But that network equity is about building, and my husband even had a term for this network equity before it was a term for him. He said he was investing in his relationship bank,
which pays dividends. I get it.